What's going on, guys? It is Tuesday, the 30th of January. So it's right there at the end. Next time we get on this, we're going to be on, we'll be in February. It's 1 month past in 2024. Man, that went ripping by. Life is ripping by. I'm watching my granddaughter grow up so stinking fast. In 13 days, going to have a grandson. It's a whole scheduled C-section thing. So yeah, life is cruising by so freaking quick. It's kind of hard to think of that when that last day is going to be. Kind of freaks you out a little bit, but then just makes you dig in and do the best you can with everything. So, um, just just be happy with what you got in front of you. Do the best you can with everything you got in front of you. I'm not trying to get philosophical here, but there's some stuff going on in my world right now to make me think about it. Right. So, Buzz Brandon, thinking about you, man. Prayers with you. Want to let you know your daughter Carla has changed a lot of people's lives, helps a lot of people every day. Be proud of her. She's an awesome person. Freaking love her. So let's get into the markets here. We've got, we talked about what's coming in on Friday. You got to see the information that we put out, my guest last week, and that's going to happen a little bit more often. We're going to have him on quite a bit. Very, very, very intelligent son bitch. So he's going to help me to dissect some of the stuff for you, really analyze some of the things that's a little bit deeper than what I even understood. And I sit here and stare at this every freaking day, and it's a lot more complicated, and it's also simpler than it really needs to be. So what we have right now is the housing price index. It shows actually the same as it was prior. So it's 3% increase from prior 0.3% increase. So that means we're still showing a little bit of a bump up. That's the FHFA showing we're still seeing that month over month increase. Case-Shiller home price index up, showing that at 5.4, the forecast was 5%. Prior was 4.9. So that had a little bit of a bump up. Consumer confidence. People are still spending freaking money, which is having an influence on inflation. So the prior reading was 108, but that was revised from 110. So again, they're showing things a little bit higher than what they really are. Then we have the actual today, what was most recent reading shows 114.8. It was forecasted 115. So they did expect confidence to be higher. It's not as high as the forecast, but it's still going up, still higher, right? So is that still has an influence on inflation. Job openings, 9.026 million job openings according to this. So I got to dig deeper into that one. I got to understand that one a little bit more because they talk about the jobs being better, but in reality, they're really not. So I don't know if it does have a little bit of negative impact on what's going on in our market day because of what's going on with the inflation numbers we were looking at there. So let's take a look at the market. We're going to make this one pretty quick as Bree is out today, my assistant, and I got stuff piling up. So we are being squeezed here. I have said Friday, which was here, and yesterday was a little bit better, but we're being squeezed between all these moving averages. So look at this. We got the 50, and we got all the others up here, right? So we got the 14, the 21, 35. They're all converging here. So we got the 100 and 200 down here, but look at, we are getting squeezed. We're getting squeezed freaking hard. So because of that hard squeeze, it's going to break out somewhere. And I'm going to keep telling everybody, you need to freaking lock it. Just lock it because it's going to go one direction or the other. So if it squeezes and pops up above these moving averages, it's a good thing, but where's it going? It's only going here. That's not a great benefit, right? So we're going to see, yeah, it might improve price by about 0.5%. Okay, so that's a little bit better in cost. But the risks, if it squeezes below that and falls all the way down here, you're talking about 1% increased cost. So I would take it. We're still at the kind of the peak of the market. We're not far where the peak was. Here's the two peaks, and we're not far below that. A lot of risk to go down below this, fall, have that be a negative for the interest rates, negative for the cost. Guys, I really think that if you're sitting there teetering on this, wondering, do I lock now? Do I wait? I would just lock it and then ignore it. This whole thing of looking back, oh, I heard the news say rates got better. The news is behind, by the way. Every time they say that, they're behind a day or two. So just know that anytime they're talking, but let's just go back to that chart real quick. They're going to tell you probably day after tomorrow, maybe tomorrow the rates went down. They're talking about here. They're talking about this day, which was yesterday, which was the 29th. They're not talking about today. Today it went up, but they're not talking about going up. They're only talking about stuff that went down. So just know their up is very minimal up. It's only probably about, 1/8% in cost, but a lot of risk. sitting here waiting. Quit juggling this crap. Quit rolling the dice. Just get it and move on to the next deal. All right. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you on Friday.